Hi students. Enough of lessons. It is time for you all to start preparing for a speech. Sivy, why don't you prepare for a speech tomorrow?
Miss Helen, a speech? Is there a topic I should present on?
It can be on anything that you like. For example, you can talk about nature. The reason why I want you all to give a speech is that it helps you practice organizing your ideas before speaking. Plus, it helps you face an audience with ease. When you practice giving speeches more, you could sound confident before a large audience. Also, remember that if you speak well, you can enter the speaking competition with ease. Sivy, I know you wanted to enter a competition last year. So, why not try this time? By the way folks, all of you can participate. Any volunteers who could join Sivy? Looks like no one is interested. Fine then, Sivy, I'll let you take the lead. We are all waiting to hear your speech tomorrow. Alright, it's time to break. See you tomorrow.
Sivy, that sounds like fun. Do you need any help?
I need some help. How can I memorize a speech within a day?
I will send you a message if I come up with ideas.
Home? Let me visit the library to get some ideas for topics.
Sivy gathered a lot of books. As her teacher indicated, she wanted to just make an attempt and talk about nature. That was a topic that she was passionate about. That evening, she had a chat with her mom. She told her that she needs to memorize a speech on nature in a few hours. Her mom gave her a cup of coffee and had a video handy that she could show to Sivy.
Here are some tips to help you memorize easily. There are many different ways to memorize. Use a method that best suits you and your content. The first tip is to read the material aloud. Studies show that it's best to read the material aloud as you're reading it for the first time. When you read aloud, your brain creates a more detailed map of what you're reading, making those words easier to recall later. This is because our mouths and throats help us to articulate the words and better understand their meaning. When we read silently, it is just our eyes providing all of this assistance. The second tip is by associating key phrases. Research findings suggest that people can remember more if they associate meanings with relevant keywords. For example, the word concise is condensing or expressing an idea briefly. If you are trying to remember the meaning of concise, you might associate it with condense. The third tip is by putting together an outline. An outline is a visual representation of your content. It helps you to organize what you will say and how, by breaking up your speech with headings, subheadings, and bulleted points. This structure makes retention easy. The fourth tip is to use a mind map. The mind map visually shows the relationship between ideas in a hierarchy, while also displaying each idea's associated words or phrases. This works since the memory retention happens through connecting and grouping concepts and words. The fifth tip is to associate the outline of the topic with a story. For example, associate each heading in your topic outline with a sequential event in a story. For example, let's say you want to recollect flowers, trees and insects. Tell a story to yourself that flowers that are on trees may attract insects. That was fun, isn't it? The sixth fun tip is by singing songs. Yes, you heard it right. Start associating your favorite tunes to content, which is difficult for your brain to associate with too many things or concepts. You can try this trick when you need to memorize a theorem or an axiom. Or probably when you memorize a poem. Memory retention is a major factor for studying. While memorizing the concepts is no good, it is important to use a structure that works best for you to recollect what you learned. Hope these tips come to you handy.
Thanks, Mom. That was very insightful. Let me put together a speech outline first.
Saivy referred a few books. She then put together an outline for her speech. There were major headings that she remembered through a sequence of events.
Now that I have the headings in the outline, let me create a little story to remember them. When I start to talk about nature, I would relate that nature exists on Earth. Earth has an atmosphere. The atmosphere has water vapor. It is because of water, there is wildlife. Let me know, write it down and read aloud a couple of times. Perfect, looks like I am all set.
Saivy had a good run to exercise and slept well that night. The next morning, Saivy woke up early. She meditated and started for her classes.
Morning, folks. I am excited today. Saivy, are you all set?
Miss Helen, yes I am.
Saivy gave a good speech. She stumbled a couple of times when she forgot about the next sections to talk about. But her outline came in handy and helped her remember the sequence. Her classmates encouraged her. She was so thrilled that she entered the speaking competition. She did well at the competition. Her mind, that usually blanks before an audience, was much calmer this time. She started to teach these tips to help her friends. When she taught these tips to others, she practiced them so many times herself, that soon giving speeches became her second nature.
Did you enjoy this story? Hope these tips come handy to you.
Did we help you learn the whys? Hit like and subscribe if you enjoyed this peculiar way of learning.